Good evening, this is Robbie Silver, and this is my Week 3 critical assignment and multimedia presentation on the state of California electeds and officials. So first we have my senator, which is Senator Richard Roth. He is the senator of District 31, which serves the city of Riverside, Corona, East Vale, Marina Valley, Norco, Paris, and Jurupa Valley. This particular district might change within the next year or so, depending on if Jurupa Valley becomes a non-incorporated um, area of the county of Riverside. So I'm looking forward to see how that one plays out. Um, Senator Richard Roth is a Democrat, and he was sworn into office December 2012. He will term out by 2020, so he may serve two-year terms. So he'll be up for re-election in 2016. Senator Richard Roth serves on a number of committees, including the Joint Legislative Budget Committee, Joint Committee on Emergency Management, Banking and Financials, Budget and Fiscal Review, Transportation and Housing, and Veterans Affairs. What was interesting reading about Senator Roth is that Governor Brown appointed him to be on the Governor's Council of Military Affairs. I feel that that's a great choice, seeing that Senator Roth has quite an eclectic military background. He was in the Air Force and based right here in March Air Force Base. And I was also reading that he was in Major General and as in the Pentagon as Air Force Command. I haven't personally met Richard Roth. I do know his wife. His wife is the CEO and president of the Greater Riverside Chambers of Commerce. So I do work with her once in a while, and his office is actually right across the street from my office. So I do see him, sometimes walking back and forth down Main Street in downtown Riverside. Next, we have State Assemblyman Jose Medina. He currently is in District 61 of the state of California and serves the city of Riverside, Marina Valley, and Paris. He's a Democrat, and he was sworn in office November 2012. He currently serves as the chair of Jobs, Economic Development, and the Economy Committee. He also serves on other committees, which include the Accountability and Administration Review, Government Organization, and Higher Education Committees. These are also good committees for him to be on, as he served on a number of boards for our local colleges and universities. I voted for Jose Medina as well as Senator Richard Roth in the last election, based on not only their political party but their values and their experience and what they could do for the area. And so far, I've been quite pleased and impressed with their performance, as they both have lobbied for or gained support for the UCR School of Medicine. I believe that this area of the Inland Empire is extremely underserved in medical professionals and doctors. So having that UCR School of Medicine is going to have a huge economic impact on this region. I also voted for him because I serve on a committee with his legislative field rep. His name is Chris Manning. We work on a committee that helps fundraise the 211 call center for Riverside County, which is managed by Community Connect, which is a nonprofit here in Riverside. So I am familiar with Jose Medina's work, and I've known Chris Manning for a couple of years now. Next, we have our state electeds, which is Governor Edmund Jerry Brown, or otherwise known as Jerry Brown, and our Lieutenant Governor, which is Gavin Newsom, and they're both Democrats. I'm not familiar with Gavin Newsom, but I am familiar with a little bit about Jerry Brown. Even though I am considered to be a Democrat, I did vote for Meg Whitman in the last election, although she was a Republican, I felt that she would have been a better choice with her business background. Um, so I just found it kind of interesting to see, myself personally being a Democrat and voting for a Republican. So I do look at who would be a best fit with the issues that we currently have. Our other state officials include Attorney General Camilla D. Harris. Her functions are to represent the citizens of the state of California in civil and criminal matters. She also serves as a legal counsel to state officials, boards, and commissions, and facilitates and assists our district attorneys. And she also assists with programs that safeguards our environment. Next, we have our Secretary of State, which is Deborah Bowen. Um, Her main functions include government transparency. She is a legislative advocate. She's involved with the historical protection of certain facilities and land here in the state of California. She serves as our chief elections officer and serves on various boards and commissions relating to her office. Next, we have our Superintendent of Public Instruction. His name is Tom Torkelson. His functions include are to hold our education agencies accountable. So that means our school districts, both at the within the city and also at the county level. He advocates to build education capacity, and also improving the development system of educators, as well as the hiring process of our educators is included in that. Also on record keeping, so statistics about the students and their levels are. Next, we have our insurance commissioner, which is Dave Jones. Functions include serving on boards and commissions relating to the office, in particular dealing with automobile, earthquake, health, life insurance, as well as workers' compensation issues. He also, one of his other functions is to protect the consumer's interests in the marketplace on the state level. Also acts as a regulatory and authority and enforcement of insurance-related issues, particularly with those listed above. And for the last slide, state officials continue. We have Controller John Chang. Hope I pronounced that right. Acts as the state's chief fiscal officer. Make sure that the budget is balanced. Out of basically all the job roles that were listed in the last few slides, I think this one particularly is difficult, especially with this state, as our budget has been unbalanced for a number of years. So working toward a balanced budget is quite a daunting task for him. What I found interesting about John, our controller, is that he serves on 81 boards and commissions. Next, we have our treasurer, which is Bill Luckler. He manages the state's pooled money investment accounts. Basically, he invests monies on behalf of the state, serves on various boards and commissions, and then also advocates environmental and transportation projects, looks at the finances for our public works and education. He's also the chair of our tax credit and allocation committee. Next we have is the Board of Equalization, and our controller serves as the chair, which that board is a 5-member board and looks at the state's income tax levels, property taxes, and is also the office where citizens and various institutions go for permits and licenses on the state level.